Call to order. Start with the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Then the first item we have on the agenda for today is the reading and approval of the minutes which were circulated on earlier this week, and unless anyone has any changes or additions they wish to make besides the one that I made earlier in the week, we'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes as submitted.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, it passes. The motion to approve the minutes is approved. Now is the opportunity for the public to address any of the agenda items, with the only agenda item being the motion to certify the May 20, 2025 primary election results. So anyone from the public who wishes to address the results? And the record will reflect that no one has indicated a desire to speak. The next motion that we'll have is motion 25-2007, which is the motion to certify the May 20, 2025 primary election results, and the Director of Elections, Beth Hopkins, is here if you'd like to address that.
Thank you, Judge. The municipal primary election was held on Tuesday, May 20th, 2025. The voter turnout in Lackawanna County was 24.15%. The Democratic turnout was 33.41%. The Republican turnout was 19.37%. There were a total of 35,539 ballots cast, and there were 22,669 write-ins that were adjudicated during the official canvass that began on Friday, May 23rd, and was completed on May 29th. There were no statewide recounts declared, and there were no challenges filed to the results in Lackawanna County.
You must love write-ins in that volume. Okay. All right, any questions for? Okay. If not, we'll entertain a motion to approve the certified primary election results as presented by the Director of Elections.
I'll make that motion.
So move. Second.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, and then the motion has passed, and the certified election results will be approved and adopted. Now is the opportunity for the public to address the board on any non-agenda items.
Whoa, time's up.
Whoa. See how prior commissioners are treated in this place. Is there a timer in here? There's only 3 minutes on there. What is that? You get 3 minutes for the Board of Elections? Where's the 5? I'm running out of time. Is that true? Come on. Oh, for crying out loud. Well, thank you for your work. Tell everybody I said thank you. I did talk to them a couple times. When is your next meeting? Do you know? Okay. Do you post them? Because I had a hard time finding them online. I had to call.
Which results?
For any of your meetings.
They're all on our website.
No, your meetings.
Or the meetings?
It's right on the website. If you go to the public records.
Okay, I'll talk to you afterwards because I have like 2 minutes. Holy crap. That's ridiculous. That has to change. I'm coming to your next meeting. Okay, so I guess the final question is, when are you going to announce the special election since the judges ruled on following the Home Rule Charter? So are we having one in November for a special election for the commissioner's seat?
The judges didn't rule on following the Home Rule Charter with regard to that. They ruled with regard to following the Home Rule Charter with the Democratic committee submitting 3 names.
Right, which is the process, and then we have a special election at the next primary or general election.
Well, that hasn't been,
That's in the Home Rule Charter.
yes, but that provision was brought under question.
So I have to file a lawsuit for that now. Is that what's going to happen? Because that's what I'm expecting. The public is expecting the Home Rule Charter. So what happened? So when are you going to decide if you're going to follow the Home Rule Charter like the judges said to?
Before November.
How long do you have to put somebody on the ballot before you can decide that?
I believe the date is like early September. Yeah.
Early September? So by September 1st, actually by the end of August, you need to decide. So when When will you decide that? Does this board decide that, or who decides that? The commissioners or the election? The election board? So again, you don't know when your next meeting's going to be? But it has to be before September 1st, because you have to decide on the special election. So who exactly is on the board here? The judge?
I hope to not be here on September 1st, but I don't want to. Yeah, I mean, I do know the appeal.
Well, they
is
wouldn't be
being-
able to vote, because they'd have to, the person that's, replacing the commissioner can't vote on that, because then they'd be voting themselves out of a job. So they'd have to recuse themselves.
They could, because they're not on the ballot. What the law says is they have to recuse themselves if they're on the ballot. But at that point, nobody's on the ballot.
But the bylaws say it's a special election, so the home rule charter says special election. So who do I file a lawsuit with if you don't follow that? Because I will be filing a lawsuit if you don't. Because there's no way they can continue the term for the next 3 years or 2 years. That's not, the vote, the judges can't decide who's going to fill a position for that long of a time. And the people wouldn't do that.
Under the county charter, under the home rule, or not the home rule charter, the county code, that's what it says. They serve for the remainder of the term.
But they're not following the state law now. That the state law? Or isn't, well, they're not following that now. They're following the home rule charter now. And it's a circle, just like it always is. Well, I'll be following it, because that's not the right way to do it. And when's the last time for me to put a ballot initiative on the ballot? So it would be the same thing, September 1st? 90 days before. Okay, I'll get my petitions out. Thank you.
Okay. Oh, August, okay, I said September, yeah. Okay, anyone else wish to address the board? Okay, thank you. Then the only other business we have on the agenda is a motion to enter into an executive session for a personnel matter.
So moved.
Second. All in favor? Aye?
Aye.
Okay, then we'll proceed into executive session at this point in time.
She went to get her petition. I don't know.
Okay, now having concluded the executive session, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved?
Second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned. Thank you.